Mr. Rome, man. Cowboys fan talk. Right back like I never left, literally. I wasn't even going to record today, but I had to come in and touch base with y'all because we lost Gerald McCoy today. That's the bad news. We lost Gerald McCoy. Just after I was ranting and raving about seven Pro Bowls in the front seven. Now we down to 6 on the front seven. And yeah, I was tight like y'all, man. Definitely tight. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Bad news. It hurt. And first thing you start doing is hitting your free agent Googles and trying to figure out who left. And I know what everybody want. Y'all want Snacks Harrison. And I'm not saying we can't get Snacks Harrison, but realize that Snacks Harrison is a different player than Gerald McCoy. Snacks Harrison is like a run stopper. Like he's like Dontari Poe Part 2. They're gonna do the same thing, which is great because we all remember that that Rams Cowboys playoff game where we couldn't buy a stop and they ran it right down our throat. So yeah, it would be good to have Snacks Harrison on the team. And I'm not saying that's not possible. You know what I'm saying? We put McCoy on IR and maybe bring Harrison in, but for that specific reason. But to replace Gerald McCoy with his real skill set and talent, we blessed to already have somebody on the roster. And his name is Tyron Crawford. And I know, I already can hear y'all, because y'all wanted to cut Crawford yesterday and the day before. I wasn't in that camp. I was happy to have Everson Griffin, but I wasn't trying to cut Crawford because I knew, man, look, football is serious, man. Injuries happen. So having Crawford is important. And we need him now because he's going to pretty much be starting. You know, so if we can bring Harrison in and kind of do them as a tandem on D tackle, that's important because Crawford, his production is not too far off from McCoy. Now, I am not saying they're the same player. I'm not going to come in here and today and act like losing McCoy ain't that big a deal. Nah, it's a blow to the team. But I want everybody on the team to know these things happen. This is football. So you got to get over it. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep pushing because everybody that's playing on our team right now has been on a team that has lost a good player or a great player. But you know what? I don't want to hear nobody in the comments. I don't want to see no content creators, especially now on the other teams, talking about how Gerald McCoy just derailed the Cowboy season. I don't want to hear it because you can't have it both ways. If you're not repping this and you haven't been on the page of Gerald McCoy is a big addition, I don't want to hear it. Because all off season when we got McCoy and I was hyped and everybody that follows Dallas was hyped and we was talking about the scenarios on how good he is to be on the team, I ain't hear nothing. People said Gerald McCoy is old, so it don't matter. Y'all got old D lineman. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big a deal. And then when he ruptures his tendon or ruptures his quad, I don't want to hear y'all because I know it. I know y'all going to get out there and start saying, look, their D-line is folded. You can't have it both ways. You cannot say on one hand he old and he terrible, so it's pointless to have him, and then when he get hurt, say how big of a loss it is for us. I know how big of a loss it is, but I'm also a Cowboy enthusiast. I'm a Cowboy connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? I'm different than you. I don't want to hear it. For the people that can't wait to talk down on the Cowboys, I don't want to hear one Gerald McCoy detractor. Because none of y'all bigged them up or bigged us up when we picked them up, so you cannot get hyped when we lose them. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Diatribe over. All right, I'm going to get back to Tyron Crawford being a big deal. If you look at his stats, and you look at McCoy's stats, they're not too far from each other. They're just not. I think McCoy had like 7 tackles for loss last year. And I'm not talking about Tyron Crawford's last year. I'm talking about Tyron Crawford's last year before he wasn't hurt. Because remember, he was hurt last year, despite the other issues he had. He was hurt. He has some hip issues. So now that he's fully healthy, if he can return to form, getting us about 5 sacks, that's all we need. Because unlike most years, we don't need him to be as amazing as you would need someone when you're the star of the D-line. When you got DeMarcus Lawrence and you got Dontari Poe next to you, you got Everson Griffin, you got Aldon Smith out there, and you got those linebackers, you don't have to be a star. You have to be sufficient and efficient. That's all I need from Tyron Crawford. Just be efficient. That's what we need as a team. and we be good. We be good, man. So like, don't panic. Take a deep breath. We gonna be all right. So on the happier news, man. I did see some camp notes from today. First prayer practice. The only thing that happened today was not that Gerald McCoy got hurt. I know that we all tight. But let's touch on some of the other stuff, the good stuff we seen. Jalen Smith out there still looking great. I know y'all probably seen some clips of him breaking up a pass to Zeke, which is good, man. He looking fast, focused, and that's good, man. I need Jalen Smith to return to form. He was good last year, but he was great the year before. So I want him to return to form, and that's good. That's going to push LVE to be great too. So that's good to hear. I heard Lyle Collins was doing some workouts on the side individually, which is good. Showing that he's working through a small injury, but nothing that they even need to report about, which is good, man. Because look, I don't want to hear the word injury no more. I heard Anthony Brown was doing his thing today, breaking up some passes. I heard that he's looking real good, solidifying that secondary. They're saying Anthony Brown has been flying around. Trayvon Diggs is definitely still working in with the first team, so that's good. But to hear that some of the players that I know we excited about Diggs and Robinson, but to hear that some of the corners that we already have are still out there doing their thing, that's good to hear. That's real good to hear. So Anthony Brown's out there doing his thing. Also wanted to touch on the fact that I think we had an unsigned free agent, Francis Bernard, get a pick 6 today on Dak. And, look, you're not going to be a starting quarterback and go through camp pickless. But I like to hear that the defense is coming to play. Hear me out. If we was hearing that Dak was going 8 for 8, 10 out of 10, 4 touchdowns, no resistance, that means the defense is looking trash. I need the defense to put him in check and let him know this ain't last year's defense. Because like I said in my previous video yesterday, iron sharpens iron. If Dak got to go out there and focus better, it's going to help him on game day. Now I'm hearing about another team where the quarterback is just roasting people. And that's great. He looked great. Problem is, how bad is your defensive backs really? Got to ponder that. I like that our defensive backs, that our D-line, our linebackers are out there getting to it. All the camp notes I've heard the last couple of days have been about defense. Outside of CeeDee Lamb looking like a beast, but you already know how you give it up. So I like that. I like to hear that our defense is coming to play because defense wins championships. But look, man, I ain't going to hold y'all. I'm going to fall back a little bit, let some more things matriculate. I definitely would take Snacks Harrison if you're wondering, but Tyron Crawford is going to definitely fill that gap. I'm going to let tomorrow happen, kind of go back through some stuff I might have missed, and I'll loop back around with y'all soon. It's Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk. And if we talking Cowboys, who else but me?